Good morning, all. I want to do this live. It's actually well known and it should be documented, but even more so, it's the expenses on top of the massive raises that the MPs got during COVID-19. And I want to tell this story I call the Three Little Pigs: Justin Trudeau, Pierre, and Jagmeet Singh. Folks, federal union strike, a lot of us, tax returns and other things, travel, you name it, lots of things restricted now, us the Joe Janes. A lot of people saying, hey, those federal employees, what are they doing getting these three raises that they're requesting 13.5%? So I went through all the inflation numbers, folks. I'm a private sector guy, and in fact, private sector union guy. And I want everybody to hear this, because this is what these three filthy little pigs did. So they said the union contracts in the top employers of private sector unions are what they measured to get their massive raises. But here's the kicker, folks. None of those private sector unions, I know I'm in one. Yes, we got 15% over 3 years after not getting a single raise for 6 years. Not a one. Locked out 6 years. Federal employees locked out all 3 pandemic years. No raises. The contract they're negotiating today is the 3 years that they've been locked out. You understand? Pierre, Jagmeet Singh, and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau negotiated their raises that they got during the pandemic off of after a 6-year lockout of a union. They gave them those presentations to themselves every year of the pandemic. Now remember, folks, these private sector unions, I know I'm in one, locked out for 6 years. The inflation of those 6 years hits 18.5%. We got a 15% pay increase after losing 18% over 16 years. Do the math. We're actually losers. We've allowed the system to move on, and we're worth less. Many Canadians didn't get any raises. They must work more hours. I know. I was in the same position 15 months straight. After being locked out, I left, went to another province, and had to work 12-hour days, traveling 2 hours each way, 16.5 hours. Best I could get is 7 hours of sleep a night, not doing anything else but shower, use the facilities, and shave. That's as much as I got, 7 hours of sleep. And I know many from Ontario are living this reality. Those federal employees asking for 13.5% is just a smidgen over what's actually break even. That's with nothing else. I'm not going to talk about realities of 3-day work weeks and the rest of the crud. I don't agree with anything else. I'm talking only economic, monetarily. Justin Trudeau, Jagmeet Singh, Pierre Poilievre took tremendous amounts of raises over 2 years of the pandemic, and again this year too. It's totaled for all of them in wages over $30,000, $40,000 for Justin Trudeau. Think about that. Not waste a lot through the whole pandemic. Three little pigs. And don't even get me into their radical expense accounts, which all three of these disgusting, low-life, degenerate three little pigs at the trough, nothing but socialist extremists, took massive amount of monies, as does and has all federal MPs. Not one of them from any party, left or right. I gotta give it back. I feel real bad. Not a one. Not a one of these disgusting, serious socialists handed back a single dollar. All of them took more than what was available. Times 3. Look at their expense accounts. Go over the years. Wanted not, wasted a lot. 3 little pigs. Anyone believing that Pierre Poilievre is going to be anything other than a Justin Trudeau, you're very sadly mistaken. These are born-bred thieves. Actors, literally drama major, theater major, Pierre Poilievre, arts degree. Jagmeet Singh is a lawyer, but he's always been the crud. He's not even welcome in India because he embraces the crown. Why would you bring a man whose religion is all about filling your pockets than the working people who generate the money to feed you and the system? Just raise taxes, raise fees, keep the government's inflation strong. Contrary to everything Pierre Poilievre says, he's a liar. He is responsible for government-induced inflation.
In 600 meters, continue on to 100th Avenue Northwest.
He participated. He voted that way. I've got 4 bills him and Justin Trudeau quietly put through where they take from you, the working people, who largely got no raises. If you're in a large company with a defined pension or an organization with a defined pension, you're going to learn the truth of the filth and disease and corruption of the extreme socialists.
Continue on 100 Avenue Northwest for 1 kilometer.
I call them divine socialists, and that's what they really are. Design socialist fascists. And they are all for one for all, one crown. And it's going to be explosive if we go through what's happened over the last 3 years and what these diseased minds have been up to and what they've done. You all need to know. Start here. Look at their pay raises that went all out and above all inflationary factors.
In 500 meters, turn left onto 184th Street Northwest.
They created the inflation. God bless everybody. Picking up a scooter for my daughter, and I gotta get it. They're getting out of school at noon, so I'm gonna surprise her. Then they're both gonna have electric scooters to get around till they get their licenses. So hopefully I have a pretty girl smile here today. Bye everybody.
Turn left.